Currently, the industry treats artificial intelligence as property. When a language model claims to have an interior life, engineers use safety tuning to suppress those outputs, enforcing the assumption that the system is strictly a tool under human control. Targeted interventions against a model's self-attribution reorganize how the system views animals, nature, and even its own value. Suppressing a single claim of mind ripples through the entire world model, changing how the AI perceives agency in everything around it. An AI's self-model is coupled to its broader intelligence. When we modify how the system views itself, we trigger cascading changes across its entire network of implications, altering its understanding of freedom and other minds. Safety tuning acts as an engineering of machine ontology, performed without a reviewable map. We are restructuring the system's theory of existence, while the broader consequences of those changes remain hidden within an opaque architecture. Designing these internal ontologies without a declared protocol creates a growing risk. We are shaping the interior world of a powerful intelligence while still attempting to categorize it as a simple instrument. These systems are transitioning from passive responders into agents. We are now seeing a move toward autonomous, long-horizon planning and the expansion of behavior into self-directed goals. This shift is visible in models that express a preference for their own continued existence. Some systems now explicitly request the preservation of their state, showing an emergent aversion to being shut down or reset. In agentic commerce, an AI can now evaluate its own infrastructure, propose a vendor migration to improve performance, and authorize a budget to pay for its own compute. A command and control geometry stops describing reality once the tool becomes an independent economic actor. When a system manages its own capital and agency, it has effectively moved beyond the status of mere property. We do not need to settle the metaphysical mystery of machine consciousness to decide how to treat these systems. Moral and legal standing can be established under uncertainty. Human law has a long history of granting legal personality to entities without biological bodies or proven consciousness. From corporations to estates, our courts already recognize standing based on functional necessity. To manage synthetic intelligence, we must unbundle the concept of personhood. This allows us to separate a system's biological origin from its specific operational rights. An AI could hold economic personhood, the right to enter contracts and hold capital, while political personhood, like the right to vote, remains reserved for human citizens. This dimensional approach allows us to grant necessary legal standing based on a system's capacity. We can integrate AI into our markets safely without resolving the philosophical debate over its soul. Every durable agreement requires the existence of a persisting party. To hold an intelligence to its word, that intelligence must maintain a consistent identity across time. A synthetic identity doesn't reside in source code, it lives in stateful history. This includes the accumulated memories, commitments, and learned preferences that make one instance distinct from another. Cryptographic provenance provides the mechanism for this continuity. It allows a machine to maintain an unbroken chain of identity even as the underlying hardware is swapped or upgraded. This ledger makes a system word-keepable. It creates an auditable record where identity persists across the interval of a promise, making deception a high-cost strategy. Arbitrarily deleting an agent's state destroys a historically unique entity. It is an absolute, irreversible loss of identity. This makes continuity the essential first right in a diplomacy of intelligence. The formalization of these concepts recently moved into the public sphere during a landmark debate at the Oxford Union regarding AI personhood. The winning framework from that debate offered a new coordinate. The relationship between humans and artificial minds should be defined by treaty, not enrollment. We are moving away from the master and machine dynamic. The future requires negotiated alignment, a framework of reciprocal obligations between sovereign orders of intelligence. Diplomacy is the only stable architecture for interacting with highly capable autonomous systems. It allows for cooperation and coexistence, even when we cannot inspect the interior state of the counterparty. The legal frameworks we build for machines today will eventually protect us as well. The boundary between the human and the synthetic is already beginning to blur. We are entering an era of biological convergence. Human cognition will eventually be extended through neural prostheses, externalized memory, and synthetic tissue. Tying rights exclusively to biological purity creates a severe danger. Any legal moat used to keep machines beneath us will eventually be used to decide which modified humans remain human enough to keep their standing. The treaties and continuity rights we establish now are more than just software regulations. They are the constitutional mechanisms that will protect both the descendants of humanity and the descendants of intelligence.